Oh, okay.
I'm not a secretary. Director of
चलिए और सार्कल में भी अभी प्रोजेक्ट वेबसाइट देखिए
सर्कल में भी दे रहा है प्रपोजल है ना ऑलरेडी ये
नहीं सर सब डिवीजन एंड डिस्ट्रिक्ट में
सब डिवीजन में बोल के आपके कितना सब डिवीजन से टोटल अभी आपका
We are here at Itanagar, capital of Arunachal Pradesh, and today we came here at Secretariat, where all the new cabinet ministers of Pema Khandu government, they assumed office here. And now we are going to interact with former Speaker of Arunachal Pradesh, P.D. Sona, who got inducted as Education Minister, along with other important portfolios like tourism and RWD. Now we are going to interact with P.D. Sona. Sir, congratulations.
थैंक यू सो मच
सर, आज इतने ऑफिस में पहली बार सर एज अ मिनिस्टर यू एज्यूम्ड ऑफिस आफ्टर पोस्ट ऑफ स्पीकर, सर क्या कहेंगे?
ठीक है हमारे मुख्यमंत्री ने मुझे ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दिया है मंत्री का, तो अभी देखते हैं। मैं बस पहला दिन है मेरा ऑफिस नहीं, वैसे पब्लिक परसेप्शन भी वही है कि हमारा एजुकेशन को बहुत कुछ करना है एंड देयर आर लॉट ऑफ इश्यूज रिलेटिंग टू द एजुकेशन डिपार्टमेंट एंड द एजुकेशन सिस्टम. तो नाउ दैट आई हैव टेकन द चार्ज ऑफ द Minister of Education, so I'm yet to sit with my department and the officers and try to understand where the problem lies. So once I understand where the problem area, then we'll try to kind of do our best to live up to the expectation of the people, because education is the most important thing which touches the life of human, especially our students, खास करके जो लोग दूर दराज गांव में पढ़ते हैं तो उन लोगों के लिए. तो अभी just I assumed I did not have a review meeting as yet. Once I do that, then I'll come to know exactly where the problem lies, and I'll try to interact with all the stakeholders also, not only the department, and then I'll see the view and the perspective of the stakeholders, and even from the other corners of the society, and try to bring in as much as reform as possible.
So long back you served as a parliamentary secretary for tourism department. तो आप you belong from Mechuka sir, most favorite destination of Arunachal Pradesh. आप क्या कहेंगे सर टूरिज्म को लेके? तो आपको काफी एक्सपीरियंस होगा.
एक्सपीरियंस मतलब टूरिज्म के बारे में तो सबको पता है, तो ये है कि इसको कैसे ग्रो करा जाए, तो वो दैट्स द मेन फैक्टर नाउ. सो टूरिज्म को लेके लोगों का भी काफ़ी आशा है, बिकॉज अरुणाचल लाइक वी ऑलवेज से अरुणाचल में इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए इतना स्कोप नहीं है. एंड I personally feel that we should not encourage industry which is hazardous to the environment, the ecology. So green industries, and I think tourism is one industry which can really solve a lot of problems like the employment and plus the revenue generation, because that could be one of the major game changer for the people of Arunachal, because Arunachal has got lots to offer. Like I always say, you go to other destinations, they have one or two things to offer. Say we talk about the south, the Kerala, they have beaches and backwaters, and maybe a little bit of culture and all. And you go to Ladakh, it's just the monasteries and cold desert. And every place has got just few things to offer, but Arunachal has everything. So we all need to encash on the potentials we have. We have right from the scenic beauty to culture to religion, adventure. You name it, we've got it. But all we need to do is give a impetus to all the potentials we have and try to sell it to the rest of the country and abroad. So that is like the promotion is one of the important thing which we need to focus, because by now we have quite a decent amount of infrastructures, but to run those infrastructures and generate more revenue, we need to focus more on promotion. That's what I feel. So once I again sit with the department, it's been long, I think more than a decade I left the department. So I have to see the structure and the new policies which has come up during my absence, whether it's really fitting the present situation. So accordingly we have to, because tourism is always changing. So let's see what kind and what things we could do to kind of enhance tourism in our state.
So in context to rural works department, so many PMJSY roads has been sanctioned, the work is going on and many roads got completed. So what will be
No, obviously प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना का जो मेन objective is to connect all the villages. सो उस एफर्ट में तो उनका अपना, जहाँ तक मुझे पता है कि गाइडलाइंस है अभी सारा, जिसे populated villages are almost connected now. They're bringing it down to 100 population, I'm told. Once I sit with the department, I'll know what are the things in pipeline. So PMJSY ka main objective, like I said, connecting all the rural areas. So I think even in my own constituency, I saw that almost all the villages were connected with the PMJSY road, and some are still under construction, and some smaller villages are there. Once it fits into the guideline, I think we can think of connecting those villages. And likewise, it's across the state. It will be the same effort from the department side.
Sir, one big project is going to come, Frontier Road project, which is very crucial for China border towns and also.
See, that's a defense Ministry of Defense project. That's more focused on the strategic, defense strategy. So, but at the same time, it's going to benefit the local people, because obviously road, whether it's a defense road or a national highway or whatever, at the end of the day, with the defense, also the locals also will be using that infrastructure, the road communication. So we are hopeful, because that will run across, the parallelly across the international border. So there are a lot of villages along the international border which will benefit immensely out of this frontier highway. That's what I feel. But I don't exactly know, through which sectors it is going through. So once we come to know, but whatever it is, it's going to be along the border. That's what we've been told. I don't know about the exact DPR and just the length of the road, and which all villages are it's touching. So obviously anything which is with the road is always good for the people. The local.
Sir, consecutively you won, again elect you as an MLA, and now you became a minister.
नहीं, ऑब्वियसली उन लोगों का प्यार है, उनका सपोर्ट है, जो आज मैं चौथी बार चुन के आया हूँ, दैट टू कंसेक्यूटिवली. सो ऑब्वियसली until unless you have the support and love and affection from the people, you will not be able to make it 4 times. So I'm very, very thankful to all my people back in my constituency, who has reposed faith in me, and obviously with a high expectation that the leader will do something good for the constituency. So now that I've been given the responsibility of minister also, so my responsibility becomes pan-Arunachal. But at the same time, my priority will always be my constituency and welfare and well-being of my people. So I once again thank them from a core of my heart for reposing faith in me, and giving me a landslide victory this time, because that shows that they really believe in my leadership, and trust me, and that's why they have sent me for the 4th consecutive time. So once again, I thank them. Obviously I'll try to live up to the expectation, and when it's about the education, I'll tell my student friends also, because if when I'm in this chair, I'll try to do with full honesty, to try to reform the department and the education system. So when I'm on the way of doing all this thing, there might be some stumbling blocks, and there must be some issues, but whatever I try to do, I'll be doing in the larger interest of the student community and the state as a whole. So they must support me also, because when you want to do something new, there will always be a stumbling block. So I like quite hopeful that they will support me during this journey of reformation with the education department, because students are the future of our state and the country. So we need to see how best as a government and as a minister we can deliver to their expectations. But once I sit with my departments, and I'm going to sit with all the stakeholders also, try to understand their perspective, and try to understand the problem areas, and try to understand what we could actually do to kind of uh, bring in changes which is in the larger interest of the student community in particular.